Okay, Geo Days, we're back. We are going to be putting piston rings on our pistons that we have pressed in. So this is now my number 2 piston. Number 1, already done, already have rings on. So now my instructions only gave me instructions for the oil rings, which are these ones. There's 3 of them. You have this weird one, and you have 2 of these, right? So with that, all right, we're just gonna put these ones on for now. And I'm gonna line up this weird one at the center of the wrist pin. And essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put it in there, and I'm just going to move it around with my finger, maybe, while trying to hold it. That way it goes right in, all right? This next one is gonna be the bottom oil ring, all right? For that, I'm going to line it up on the right side, right here. And then the top one I'm gonna do on the left side. So, and these ones I'm just doing all by hand. It's not until I get to the other one, the top 2 ones, the compression rings, where I'm going to be using tools. So let me get this on. It is a little finicky sometimes, but all right. Big thing is when you're putting rings on, you just don't want them to line up with each other, the gaps. Because if they do, that's when you're going to have oil consumption issues and stuff like that. All right, my bottom one's on. Let's grab the top one, put it on. Now that weird funky one, when you put it on, you're not going to be able to tell where the split is. So you got to make sure that your ring doesn't twist on you while you're putting it on. All right, now I got them in. Not sure if you can see, but there's a gap right there, a gap down here, and in the center, there's the gap right there. You can see where it's kind of funky looking. All right, now we're gonna go with the number 2 ring. All right, second ring. So my kit comes with packages. This one says second, and then my other one says first, and the other one says oil. So what I do is I'm going to use my ring spreaders, and I'm going to barely push them because you can break them. I've already broken one. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to just open it just enough to go all the way over. Okay? And then I'm going to work it to where it's going to go right in that gap. And then once I'm there, I'm going to let go. And I'm going to make sure that my rings are all the way on and all the way seated. There they are. That's number 2 ring. Now let's do number 1 for. All right, number 1 ring. Okay, got them just barely spread. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spin this number 2 ring, because like I said, you don't want them lined up with any other ones. So I'm gonna spin it about 90 degrees, and then I'm gonna spin it another 180. I'm gonna put this number 1 ring on. All right, there we are. Now the number 1 ring's on. Number 2 gap is right here. And then on this side, I have all the gaps for the other ones. All right. Or on this side, I have all the gaps for the other ones. So that's how you put rings on. And now I gotta wait for a piston and more rings to come for number 3.